Tell the people right now, Pegboard Nerds Mods have you locking at the sound. All of the gyal I go passing when me boy I go drop them a coming. Murderous. Me a the burning fire and natural born killer. When me bust into flame, watch out some might sting ya. So turn it, I am make the bad boy bigger. When they come around me, I go on them. Listen to the word and the fire you caught in the middle. When the flames catch higher, put up your gun fingers. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. And pull your gun finger trigger. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man single, give a sign. And pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. Put your gun finger trigger. It's a bad man signal, give a sign. Put your gun finger trigger. Me are the burning fire and natural born killer. When me bust into flame, watch out, some might sting ya. Stop turning, I am make the bad boy bigger. When they come around, we all go on them. Listen to the word and they buy your cuts in the middle. When the flames catch higher, put up your gun fingers. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man signal, give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Gun finger trigger. Return all of the fire, it's a bad man signal, give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. Pull your gun finger trigger. It's a bad man signal, give a sign. Pull your gun finger trigger.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We are finally in it after so many long weeks. We have reached our playoff bracket for Rocket League. I am Meet and Greek, and with me tonight is the one, the only Squid.
Sorry, I couldn't.
Every time. Every time.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm just overeager, you know. It's like you mentioned, it's been a long while. So we've been waiting for this for some time now. I'm sure you guys have as well. We're excited to be here. This is round number 1, but we think we picked out a good match for you guys tonight.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Exactly. We have LSU going up against Missouri State, and you know this could be a fantastic matchup. Both teams are ready to go, and I had a lot of insight from both sides of this matchup. I actually talked to T Bates before this, and what he told me was that they're just running. And I can't do T Bates' voice, but I wish I could. And he said, "Oh well, I'm playing with Roman and Slat, just having fun, and hopefully we can cop a W." That's straight from T Bates. I really think Tyler is one of the most eccentric players we have in this scene, and he always likes to tell it how he thinks it is. And I have a whole bunch from Dud the Bomb, who's the analyst and one of the coordinators. But I think, Squid, we could probably just get right into this game if you want. We could talk a little bit more about that later.
Maybe so. I think I'm about ready to go with this one, as long as all the players are. I think we just need to get them in the lobby. Let's see if we can get that one underway. Again, this is going to be a best of 5 between these two teams. Side who moves on here, and oh boy. 5 games, potentially. Honestly, the way that we've seen LSU play in the past, I'm not certain. We might just go 3.
I don't know. I think that LSU would be able to get the sweep if they play like we've seen them in the past. But remember, we don't see Donnie here or Low-Tech, so this could be a slight change.
We shall have to see. Slat has been on the pitch for LSU multiple times in the past, though. So regardless of the lack of Donnie and Low-Tech, they should have a fairly solid run at this. Well, here we go. The match is underway as we join on 20 seconds in. Missouri State just looks like they're trying to stall right past the midfield line. Slat to push to the back wall. We'll easily clear that off the back. But here's Reverb with an open, and then he's going to plant that one straight across the goal line. 32 seconds in.
And talking about punishment right here, we see the defense of Missouri State. Steph and Paro, they're right in the same corner. Nobody's back. And that's going to lead to a lot of problems. So, hey, if you're Reverb, you see that open net, you're just going to lob that thing right there, Squid.
And so an early lead for LSU. Missouri State might be able to have a response, but as you mentioned, yeah, open net, I mean, Reverb's going to toss that one in the back basically every single time. The level of play right here basically mandates it. Now, great passing play. Shandy can't find the net. Unfortunately, Paro with a wonderful pass down in center. A good idea. Can't break through the LSU defense. That positioning was just a little bit high on the shot. Now they're on the counter-attack. T-Base can't do much with that one, though. It'll be Paro moving downfield. Shandy's in the air, but no contact made. Some good ideas coming out so far from Missouri State, but nothing that they've been able to capitalize on.
Yeah, we're just have to see how this series goes on. Remember, this is game 1, so a lot can still happen for them. They can start to build up that momentum against LSU. Maybe take advantage that this squad doesn't play a whole lot together like this, at least. And maybe they get some shots and maybe some goals.
A little bit of a team bump between T-Bates and one of his teammates there. Great save from Steph, getting up high for that one early on. LSU being held to only 1 shot at present. Missouri actually have 3 on the board. They're looking for another one there. It's not quite on target. Dropping off into the corner. Reverb trying to get this one past 2. No such luck. Steph is still in the air. Might have something to say about that one, but Officer Boost instead trying to gain control of those resources early on if they can. See, once again, LSU just back in the offensive half. Pretty even match so far. Ooh, a good angle opportunity there for Reverb. No such luck. But again, good ideas from LSU. They just can't really put shots on target at the moment.
Yeah, and actually, going back to your point earlier, we're getting a lot of shot opportunities for Missouri State. And it actually is very interesting to see because all of a sudden, LSU is giving them these opportunities that sooner or later, they're going to be able to capitalize.
Sooner or later, and for their sake, we hope sooner. There's still plenty of opportunity here with half a game left to be played for them to make it later. Good idea, trying to get that one in front of the net. Easy clear, though, for Reverb. Slat's going to follow it up into the corner. Now T-Bates for the shot. Can't put it on target. And Shandy will send it away. Looking for potential reset or maybe more as it drops into the blue corner. Paro stopping it out of the midfield line. Maybe not playable as much as he would like, but they will be able to touch it. Teammates out of his own half. No, not going to get it past Paro there. Trying to keep it in the blue half of the field. Nothing doing for Missouri on the offense right about now. They're looking to set up shop, though. Offensive rotations not quite set in stone yet. It looks like they will get pushed out. Steph going to drive that one way back downfield. Got pushed out, but only for a second. Slat's going to move that one downfield. Bit of a misplay there from Paul. Great dunk as well. It's on the backboard. T-Bates to finish it off. Nice and easy. LSU with a great push downfield.
And this is classic T. Bates motion. In fact, you can see how pressure he is on this offense, and that's a touch you can't miss if you're Steph. You have that ball on the wall. You're in the perfect position to hit it away. You're just unable to, and LSU's going to pounce on it like the Tigers they are every time.
That is pretty reminiscent of LSU, I'm not going to lie, but a great demo right there. Paro is the open. That's a shoot at, and he's going to plant it in the bottom left-hand side. 90 seconds about remains, and they get one back.
And it's almost in a consideration for a kickoff goal, except that T-Bates had control of the ball. He gets a big demo, though. And unfortunately, no one else is back on LSU because that's how they roll. They're such an offensive-heavy team that as soon as their third man has the ball, the rest of their teammates just all the way down the field.
And again, we did mention that they're playing with a roster that does not include Donnie or Low-Tech, which represent the A-team. For LSU, like I mentioned, Slat has been on the field with T-Bates multiple times, but Reverb is a bit of a new name on this roster. They maintain the lead, and they're looking for another one. Reverb can't put it on target. Slat for the follow. Great save! But he dunks it in anyways. Gets the turtle goal. A minute left, and they have the lead of 2.
I actually give a lot of props to the Missouri State defense on this play because you see the LSU offenders there, and they're just pressuring and bumping and everything, getting their way. I'm surprised that ball didn't go in a lot earlier, but they managed to keep it out. Unfortunate circumstances, though, led to that goal. Now they're down by 2 with under a minute left.
They're able to get one back very quickly before. Can they do it again is the question that remains. Possession will drop to them only for a second, though. Slat's going to push that issue. Not far off his back wall. Over top of T-Bates. Slat the last man to beat. Drops it into his own corner. Could open up an opportunity for a Missouri push right here. We'll have to see if they can make use of it. Remain in the blue corner for just a second. Slat scrambling to get a touch on that ball. T-Bates followed it up, but they're still in an awkward spot. Paro looking for center. Is anybody there? No, they really needed one at that point. Unfortunately, Missouri not willing to commit everything to the offense, regardless of the fact that they're down 2 goals in the final 30 seconds.
Yeah, they have to do that. They're down by 2, Squid. You know, they have to really pressure, and sometimes you do have to send that third man up there that's do or die. But hey, it's game 1. There's still plenty of opportunities left in this series, but I think the right mindset would be to keep that mentality, that offensive pressuring against LSU. This is a very tough team, and you want to take every single chance you can against them. But of course, you got to be a little careful. I just think in that kind of situation, when you're down by 2 with so many seconds left, you can really take that risk. It doesn't matter if LSU scores on you if you're not going to be able to score a couple back. You know what I mean? So it's a tough situation.
Yeah.
And again, like we're talking about the LSU subs, but I'm pretty sure LSU has like 3 teams of grand champs. I think
basically
LSU's a stacked.
Yeah, they're pretty well stacked. I mean,
yeah,
it's been a common theme, but I agree. For Missouri, the philosophy definitely was there. Their fundamentals were they were on point. I won't lie about that. But it just felt like LSU would drive downfield, and suddenly it's like, well, now what? It just felt like they were putting a lot too much into the offense. So
I think this situation where you have 3 very technically skilled players, but they don't have a lot of game time together, so their offense is kind of just a mishmash of, I guess I'll go for it. Maybe I'll hit the shot here. And it's been working out so far, but I wonder if maybe Missouri State's going to be able to take that into consideration and make the right adjustments.
Well, they have plenty of time to do so, and a clean slate with which to work. Here we go, game number 2. LSU want to move it on to match point right here, but Missouri State are coming out swinging with this one off the back wall already. Slat has to use all of his boots to get out to that one. Good read nonetheless. Over top of T-Bates here is Steph. Trying to drop this one in the corner. Good boost grab from Reaver, but it's off the ceiling. Nobody's in position. Paro's going to be up first, actually. Off the backboard, here's Shandy for the finish kick, and it passed Reaver. No luck. And the LSU defense holds strong for just that one, but Missouri State strong out the gate.
And Missouri State, I'm loving it, but they can't let this ball leave that blue half. They got to keep up the pressure. They got to continue this offensive rotation. Even if LSU gets the clear, you have to get on the top of that ball. And they're doing a great job now. And just keep the offense going.
The first minute has come and gone. And so far, it's all belonged to Missouri State. Save that one goal, or no, here we go, that one goal right there. I meant to say that one shot, but I suppose it was just a bit of premonition.
And you know, it's really hard to see, Andrew, because we had a really solid minute of Rocket League coming out from Missouri State, and then just one little mistake, one little change in it just completely dismantles it, and LSU's able to take the lead. They've got to go back to that first minute now and keep up the pressure. They can't let that goal slow them down. If they can bring themselves together, they can tie this one back up.
Indeed, they can. Reaper with a great demo as well. Should probably mention that. About a minute and a half gone off the clock. Now here's Steph for a shot opportunity. Does not make contact with it though, and now Slat's going to push it past the midfield line. Shanny will try to control, bumped away by T. Bates. Opens the door for Reverb to push this one downfield, and a great dunk as well. Going to leave it in the orange corner for a second. Now great touch from Paro. Shanny was looking for the backboard read, but T. Bates there every day of the week, and I guess that's just really the heart of LSU, and he's got another read on the opponent right there. Couldn't put it on target, but he's still stopping the ball where it stands. And here we go, now free net downfield. Missouri State can't put it on the mark. And an unfortunate missed opportunity there. But LSU's reads so far seem to be pretty outstanding, I'll say.
Yeah, but you got to watch out for double commits if you're Missouri State. Looks like they're all going to be rotating back now, but that's a very dangerous situation, especially against LSU. You got to play carefully.
Down by only one goal. Plenty of chances to put a shot on target for Missouri State so far. Only 2 actual shots on, though. Make that 3. Last save from T. Bates. Past the midfield line now. Shandy can't get a touch there. Paro's going to try and toss it off to the side. Playing some mind games. Great pass to Shandy. They put it on target.
Oh, wow.
Great pass, Reverb in the net, and they tie it up.
And I'm loving this slow play here coming out from Missouri State. It really gets LSU thinking about what to do. But Reverb just caught there hanging. And, you know, I kind of disagree with that offensive, or my apologies, that front post alignment that he had going on there. I think he really should have tried to start that one at the back post. But again, a really tough situation because the rest of his team wasn't there rotating back in. So it's just a very tough situation overall. But Missouri State, excellent job to get in that position and force the goal.
Now 2 minutes is up to them to see if they can hold on to this tie game and even take the lead. They're going to need at least one more to seize game number 2. Here we go, LSU on the attack, shut down by Steph in front of the net. Teammates up high. No real passing target, but that's dangerous. Slat has a shot opportunity. T-Bates looking for the bump, finds Shandy, but Paro's the one making the save. And a missed shot there for LSU, a dodged bullet for Missouri State, but the ball will remain on the orange half of the field. We'll have to see if they can really contend with continued pressure from LSU. It looks like they won't have to. Shandy gets a nice clear into the corner. Pass out in center as well. Paro's there. Can't get the touch on it, though. Awkward angle to be approaching from, but I like the aggression nonetheless. Speculating is Steph. T-Bates will earn himself a savior medal with that one, but it's still in the zone. Very dangerous stuff. Shandy onto the back wall. T-Bates looks to be a little bit low on boost and a bit of a double commit from LSU. But it's not going to be too much of a problem. They're able to push it to the midfield line for just a second. Maybe earn themselves a bit of a reset. For Missouri State, prowling on the offense right about now. They haven't put too many effective shots on target so far, but at least they're possessing in the blue half.
Yeah, and that's actually very important to keep that possession. It keeps LSU away from your net, and it gives you more opportunities. Now, if they can find a way to put those shots on net squid, they're going to be very dangerous.
Oh, and there you go, Steph! Oh, no! The crossbar and away, but there's still a chance. Back out in the center. Paro can't make the touch. Flat meets him midway. Here we go. Now, slow play, man! Okay, if I can't have the first one, then I guess I'll just take this one, he says. Great solo play, and 31 seconds remaining. Great pass from Shandy as well.
Yeah, fantastic putting that ball right in the center. But, man, like, something I wanted to talk about is LSU is panicking. And this is something we're not so used to seeing, that we're seeing a lot of panic defense from them, and they're going a little too fast, and they're not sticking to the fundamentals, and that's causing a lot of mistakes.
You have a half a minute, though, to amend those mistakes. A demo on T. Bates. LSU needs some attacking right now. Slat playing a little bit behind this ball. Drop down for Reverb. He's going to take that shot all the way from the midfield line. He had passing targets, but they just didn't make use of them. On the side, once again, T-Bates quick to this ball. Reverb still in the zone. Slat looking for a bump. It's dropped down. And Shandy with the save. No dice for LSU.
Wow. I was holding my breath there, Andrew. I thought that ball was flying in, but a really quick on the mark save right there to give Missouri State the win here. We have a tied series.
Oh boy.
This is getting intense. I don't know who is going to take this one after this. Like, this is too close in my opinion. Like, I at first, like, going into this, I thought LSU would be a clear-cut choice.
Yeah.
However, Missouri State coming out strong. Like, I am very excited by all this. Like, they're doing great. Like, starting to game 3, yeah.
Missouri State's bringing out the finger wag. There you go. It's like, nah. They're not having it. But here we go. They had a lot of possession in that last game. We should mention that the shot count was drastically in their favor that time around. And here they go. They're starting off on offense once again. Except with the pass out to Paro. It's just a little bit too deep. And they're not able to make anything out of it. But we open up things on the blue half of the field. It looks like they're going to stay that way unless Slat has something to say about it. Pushing into the corner. T-Bates, no contact made there, but the pass still out to center. Reverb beat out by Steph rather handily on that ball, but now T-Bates to Reverb has the open net, can't put the shot on target, and T-Bates can't follow it up either. Gonna try and keep this one in the orange corner. Missouri State looked rather comfortable during that defense, regardless of the fact that they had nobody in net.
Yeah, and again, we're seeing this technical ability from LSU, but we're also seeing a lot of positioning mishaps. They're really stagnating their offense. Like, we're seeing a lot of double commits, and that's just so uncharacteristic of them that they don't really know how to really get themselves out of that rut.
It does seem that way. LSU, you mentioned positioning wasn't necessarily their forte in this match so far. If you notice that the transition downfield came as a result of neither Slat or Reverb being in position for T-Bates' pass earlier on. And that's where we find ourselves now in the blue half of the field. The attacking half for Missouri. Steph actually takes out T-Bates, but he gets bumped in the process. We'll drop it down for Reverb. And they're going to be able to get it clear. A worthy sacrifice of T-Bates' vehicle. Now out the center. Slap for the shot. Paro's there to meet him every step of the way. Steph up high now. Couldn't put the shot on. Still an effective pass here. Shandy going to drop it off the back wall. T-Bates has an easier read on it. But Missouri State making a good use of that opportunity to transition all the way downfield. We saw a 1-2 pass putting it off the back wall. Couldn't make anything of it. But still a good idea nonetheless.
Yeah, and you know, actually, I kind of think I figured it out, Squid, is that T-Bates, you see him putting these passes out, but when he's playing with Donnie and Low-Tech, wherever he puts the ball in the field, one of them is always there. This is a completely different team here, so they're not necessarily going to play like those two players. It's going to be tough for him, so he's got to really have to figure out how to keep on playing that positional player who can pass that ball out to his teammates, but just with a different set of tools.
It does seem that way. So far, LSU and Missouri State both score this year. Both looking to move on to match point, take the lead in this series of 5 once again. As we pass the half, the ball will remain on the LSU attacking half. But maybe not for long. Crossing the midfield line, T-Bates with a backflip. Maybe he just wants to inherit this ball instead. We'll drop it all the way downfield. A long bump. Paro has no boost left. And that's a big mishap. I mean, Paro, if you're going up in that area, you got to be looking at your meter.
Yeah, look at your meter and make the decision. If Paro stayed on the ground, that would have been a very easy clear. He had boots on the ground right there to support him. Could have just let that thing glide all the way and catch it safely, bring it to the outside. You never want to misjudge that one.
So LSU with a little bit of a freebie. That shot from T-Bates from the midfield. And they're looking for more. Slat found Reverb on that passing play. This one's a long cross. T-Bates not quite in position to make that shot on. But they will remain in their half. The orange side of the field where we've seen the ball for a long time these past couple of minutes. But here we go. Opportunity for Missouri State. Quality pass and a quality shot from Shandy in the midfield. That is textbook.
And a lot of these pass plays coming out here from Missouri State on LSU, the ones they score on are involving the backboard, and that's where they're struggling. We're not seeing a lot of that backboard defense, and a lot of them don't involve T-Bates. It usually is either Reverb or Slat in the back of the net. And again, it's a lot of this experience here. They don't get a whole lot as the team because they're not starting. So again, it's just a very, very tough situation for LSU. But they're going to have to be able to figure out a way to combat this because there's still plenty of time left in this game, and they're only tied.
Now, misread there from Reverb. As Missouri looks to take that lead. Nothing will come of it, though. T-Bates up high. Pass over to Slat. A bit of a double commit from Missouri, but they will get the ball into the blue corner. T-Bates long downfield. It's going to be Reverb to Slat. Quality passing play, and it's going to find its way through. You can see it coming from a mile away from our perspective, but Missouri State did not.
Absolutely, and this involved everyone on the LSU side, and this is big. This is key. If you can get everyone involved, this shifts your momentum. Everyone all of a sudden is hyped. Yes, we just made a 1-2-3 pass play. Yes, we are still in this game. Yes, we have the lead, and yes, we want to score more goals.
That may be the case, but a bit of a double whiff there from LSU. And now an opportunity here. Parlo's going to touch it up high. T-Bates has to force it onto his own back wall. Shandy's up in the air, beat out by a mile. Nice Slat on the 50-50. Reverb for the recenter. Oh, a great touch there from T-Bates, but it will be off the corner wall. Steph, quick to that ball, gets it around Slat, and that is a great shot from Missouri State, making use of that open net, saying like, oh, hey, well, you're just going to play no goal there.
Yeah.
I guess I'll score.
If you're LSU and you have the lead with under a minute left, there's no reason you should be pressuring up that much. Your number one priority should be to run down that clock. So that's a huge mistake there on their team. That's just so unfortunate to see. But hey, this is excellent news for Missouri State. They just breathed themselves some new light, and they can even take this game.
Maybe so. You can tell that they're definitely trying to push here for that last goal. Didn't bear them any fruit, though. Either was going to force it onto the back wall for LSU. T-Bates has possession here. Blocked out by Paro. Shandy's on the side. Potential passing play set up coming through. But they are just going to drop it right here. Final 10 seconds. Missouri State looking like they're about ready for an overtime unless they can score one right here. Paro, the pass to Shandy. No contact made there. Steph still keeps it playable. T-Bates up high, though. And LSU might be looking to transition this one downfield. T-Bates keeps it up high. No boost in the tank for Slat. Over to Reverb. Likes the shot, but he does not get enough power on it to push it past Missouri, and we'll go to OT.
And I think that shot from Reverb might have been on target if it wasn't blocked. So excellent defensive awareness. But now we have our first overtime, and I'm very interested to see what could happen.
Oh, that's a great dunk right there. Almost drops into the net. Slat would have been in a bit of a bad spot there if that was on target. Thankfully, it was not. But again, whoever wins this one will move on to match point. A 2-1 series in favor of whoever wins this match here. Crossing the midfield line now. Favoring LSU. T-Bates to the top. Finds real estate on the backboard. Slash is not quick enough, but Reverb is still playable. No shot on, though. A huge missed chance there. Gonna slam it onto the backboard where it would be optimal to take a shot, unfortunately. They're gonna try and keep possession here, but it felt like they should really have put that one on.
Yeah, and again, it's all about placement here. You can't let those freebies go. It's overtime, and every single decision, every single shot attempt matters.
Here we go now. Missouri State gonna put in their bid for the win. Paro blocked out by T-Bates. An excellent use of his falling position right there. No touch from Slat. Reverb will be on top of it. Now Paro. Now speculates towards the net. Reverb with an easy block up, but now a pass from Shandy. Steph not close enough, just a little bit too far backfield. Reverb with a potential redirect right here. Blocked out by Paro. He's not going to let him have a chance of that one. Missouri State are moving back downfield once again.
And we're seeing a lot of double commits coming out between T-Bates and Slat. It's just something I've really noticed between these two players, and it's really killing a lot of the LSU offense because all of a sudden it takes away options downfield.
95 seconds into overtime now. Quality opportunities from both sides, but that might be the one that kills it. No, Steph is going to jump in front of that one on the goal line. Excellent save. T-Bates probably going to be thinking about that one for a little bit. Maybe could have positioned that one a little bit better, but now it's time for defense. Paro off the back wall. Nobody there in the midfield to clean up on it. On their own half, bit of a lackluster clear there from Steph, but he's able to play it a second time along for the reset. T-Bates towards center, finds a spot on the backboard. Reverb, no, it's not quite in! Slat's not close enough, and Steph is able to clear it over to Shandy, and now great pitch to get that one away. Missouri State with a lot of mental fortitude getting that one away from their goal line.
Squid. I have no idea who's going to win this game. So much is happening on both sides of the field, and I feel like we get so close every time, but then offensive error and defensive play just keeps it away from the net, and I just can't tell who's going to come away with the victory.
Oh, great demo. Parr opens up the backfield here. Steph in a 1v1. No, he's going to go for the bump as well. Teammates spawned on a favorable position, though. And they're going to be able to get it away in that regard. I like the idea, though, from Missouri. They're starting to play more aggressive as time goes on. We've seen a lot of safe play, but Shandy's not playing safe on this one. No read made. Steph is going to try and 50-50 this one with flat. It goes out of their favor and out down the other side of the field. With Reverb leading the charge. Gets another touch. It'll just follow Shandy. Plenty of boost in the tank now. As T-Bates. Actually gets taken out by T-Bates, though. Not much doing there. Sly will drop it off to the corner. But more aggressive play coming out from Missouri. Trying to move it downfield past Reverb. It's dumped into center. Nobody there again. And for all the aggressive play that they've been bringing out, they're not playing anybody close in the midfield for that pass.
Yeah, and actually it's very important that they do that because we're seeing LSU take these clears and really throwing it back there. So it's lucky for Missouri State to be not really playing too offensive. However, if they start to play a little more aggressive, Squid, you're right, they'll have more opportunities, and that might be what's really key for them.
And that goes double for LSU. We've seen a lot of cold feet plays where they might have had an opportunity to score so far in this overtime as we approach the 4th minute. Dropped in the corner. Favors LSU. Barrow's going to have the read on this one. And potentially a follow-up. No touch made right there. T-Bates is not in a great position, but he will be able to get around it. Great touch there, but not high enough. Steph is going to be there. Slat to the backboard. Oh. A bump and a double commit. There's Reverb. It's an open net, and LSU have game number 3.
Talk about a 2-for-1 deal on the bump. Absolutely clearing the goal for Reverb. Wow, I just want to get another look at that. What an excellent bump play to open it up into LSU. We're at over 4 minutes in that overtime. They come out and now they get match point.
Well, you play how many minutes of Rocket League? Almost 2 complete games, and you only get 1 game of a win out of it. So I mean, honestly, if you're Missouri State, you got to be looking at that and saying like, oh well, they kind of got gypped, to be honest. But
hey, you know, like, man, that was just super rough for both teams there. Like, that took forever. They must be glad it's over. They just get over right into game 4.
And for LSU now, they are looking to clean up because honestly, like as I mentioned, we saw a lot of spots where they had an option to make an offensive play, but opted to stay a little bit defensive in their posture. And ended up not coming away with the goal for it, but they are playing super aggressive right off the bat here. Here's T-Bates, it's now to center, Reverb for the shot on, Parrow's there to touch it away. And Missouri State cleaning up, picking up right where they left off as well in that defensive end. But LSU, they're looking like they want to take this already with 2 shots on.
Yeah, they want to close out their series, but there's no reason for them to want to play anymore. So they're going to play aggressive, and that also works really well against Missouri State. The times that we see them play so fast on this orange half, it leads to some great opportunities. It's just that, can they finish those opportunities? We see them struggle the past 3 games with this. Let's see if they can finally fix that this game.
There's been a lot of respect for each other on both sides of the ball. A bit of a double commit there from Missouri State, something we're not really used to seeing from them so far. Save for the last goal in the last match. More over a bump than anything, but there we go. Starting up offense right here. Potential double tap off the back wall. Nobody quite in center for that one. Reverb will have an easy time getting that one over to Shandy. Now T-Bates in the air. About 40 boost in the tank. He can make a play with this one. We're going for the ground pinch. We're not quite on the mark. LSU looking to keep up this offense right here, but again, even match. As we move down the other way, T-Bate's going to have a nice and easy touch off to the corner. Lots of pressure here coming from Missouri State. Steph gets blocked out. Once again, pass interference and pass defense is a staple of both of these teams right about now. We've seen LSU come out with a couple of quality passing plays, but nothing that can really match. Oh my goodness, are you serious? Hard out for the shot. JD's going to turn around a great bump, and there's Reverb. He's gone.
Wow. Reverb
out of the play.
Absolutely taken out of the play, Squid. Wow, and again, we go from a situation, that goal was crowded with LSU players literally 3 seconds before the shot. All of a sudden, they're all gone and disappeared. They're all running around in their own little land somewhere, thinking, oh, I don't need to go play defense. And they leave the goal wide open. Granted, Reverb got bumped.
They trusted in Reverb, and then Parr wasn't having it. But here we go, LSU with a chance to respond. Ooh, that was a bit of a double commit. Reverb can't put that one on target on the follow as well, but it will allow him some possession. So not necessarily a completely missed chance there. But as you mentioned, maybe a bit of a confusion for LSU.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I see a lot of confusion in their offensive playstyle. I see so many double commits coming out for LSU. In Missouri State, like, they're given a lot of opportunities from those. They have to win those challenges. If they can win those challenges, they're going to get a lot of more opportunities downfield, just like this one.
Doesn't look like it's going to be too impactful for them. Bar almost gets a double tap right there, but Slide is quick on the ball. Reverb getting bumped once again. This man is just getting bullied in the net. Thankfully, Shandy was blocked out by T. Bates. But here's an opportunity. Oh my goodness, that was so dangerous. So that wasn't, honestly, I'm going to say it like this. It was a really bad spot. He's in a really bad spot again, and he's able to get it away this time around. And now here we go. Shandy for a second opportunity. Going to sink it into the right side. And LSU cannot deal with this mounting pressure.
Yeah, LSU, they all rotate out that front post. They leave the back post slot empty. And you can't be too quick on your rotation slot. You see your teammates in front of you. Maybe take that extra time back there to get back to your net. Get some boost. Get something extra. Because by just crowding in there and going immediately to that front post, you open up that huge angle for Missouri State to take advantage.
And for LSU, we're not in Game 5 yet, Louisiana. See what you can do with this one. 2 minutes left on the clock. There's still plenty of opportunity here to score 2 goals, but they're not looking so hot right now. Shady with a great ones play right there. Trying to get it around Slat. Unable to do so. As Reverb will touch it off to the side. Flat first on this ball. Over to Reverb. Up to T. Bates. He's a bit slow making that play, but there's Slat.
Oh,
no!
Man.
I was mentioning it. Louisiana State, it's not that they're doing a bad job with their passes, it's just they can't match Missouri's defense right now.
Yeah, and they're just playing a little bit slower than what we're used to seeing from them. That pass play should have been a bum, bum, bum. Instead it goes bum, bum, bum. It just gives Missouri State so much time to be able to get into position and clear it away.
LSU will remain on the attack, though, so we'll have to see how that goes. As you mentioned, the pass was a little bit slow on the pacing there. May have just been a positional thing. Now with 1 minute remaining, T-Bates around 2, up to Slide, it's an open net, but not if Shandy has something to say about it. He drops it off into the corner. He's going to look for a move downfield as well. Reverb's going to take it away from him, double tap into the corner. Can they make a play off this one? T-Bates in the center, but again, Slat just not there, and you gotta ask yourself, LSU, at what point do you start sacrificing your defensive power in order to make more effective offensive plays, because that was an open net?
Yeah, I'd say about now, because you have less than 30 seconds. You have about 30 seconds left now. You got to bring it all you got. You need 2 goals. Let's start getting that.
There you go. T-Bates making a pass across. Reverb a little bit far behind, but he will drop it into the zone. Paro's going to easily clear that one away. Maybe we should have looked for a pass there. But either way, Missouri State feeling pretty confident here, moving into the final 10 seconds. T-Bates with no boost off the back. And I think I'm about ready to call it there, unless they grab one immediately and then a face-off goal. I don't think it's going to happen.
Yeah, it's not going to happen after that one. Missouri State, they're going to be able to take Game 4, force a Game 5 squid. This is not where we thought we'd see this series go. But I have some backstory that can help bring to light this Missouri State team, because there's a lot going on here. I talked to Dud the Bomb, and Dud is the coordinator / analyst for this team, and he talked to me a little bit about Shandy and Steph. They were 2 friends all throughout high school into college, and they played Rocket League together. I actually managed to find them through TESPA, and I introduced them to the club when we held tryouts for spring later that semester. I was happy to see that they both made it, especially because of that pre-made chemistry between them. That's just a little segment of what Dud sent me. He sent me like paragraphs of stuff. Dud, thank you so much. You sent me so much to work with, and it's a shame we have just one series of you guys, because like this tells a story. But these players, they're like brothers. They're out here. They are. Yeah, they're like that. They've been through everything. They are going so hard right now. And they can dethrone LSU if they win Game 5.
This is only the first round of the bracket, so I mean, think about that. If LSU drops down right here, oh boy, that's gonna be tough for them to stomach. So. Missouri, though, they're looking to do it. Then they'll have a lot of momentum moving on to the next round if they pull this one off. But we'll have to find out. Game number 5, classic. I love these situations. LSU probably is not in love with this situation right about now, though. They are the ones that are looking shaky here. Missouri State with all the advantages from last match. We shall have to see if they can keep it up. Barr wants to do exactly that with a pass over to Steph. Slack quick on the ball, though. We'll drop it off to the corner. Not going to be kept out, though. Barr into the midfield. Steph in the air. Great touch. Looking for Paro again. Maybe a little bit too wide, though. Shenny's going to keep it playable. Off that dunk from Slat, and LSU already getting locked in their own half. The first 30 seconds have come and gone, and we haven't seen a single bit of the orange half of the field.
Yeah, hopefully things can change for LSU very soon, Squid, but this is actually the best thing for Missouri State. They start this off, it's
Okay.
Hey, you know what? LSU, it doesn't matter that whole first 45 seconds of the game. They're going to take their first possession downfield and score, and that's why they are so dangerous. You can play so well against them, but they can turn this whole game on its head in an instant, and that's why LSU is such a highly ranked team.
Talked about how Missouri... Oh, no, that's not good.
Uh-oh,
What?
Hello?
You gotta put those on target, my guy. Well,
that's a gimme right there.
Either way you slice that, I was talking about how Missouri State had some pretty solid defense last match. They're meeting LSU blow for blow on the orange half of the field, but now that does not seem to be the case. It looks like they pumped all of their skill points into offense this time around, and it's not paying off quite yet. Well, they are here on the offensive third. We pushed straight away by T-Bates, a long clear at that. Reverb can't make any contact with that one, and then missing a second time as well. Slat will keep it in the zone, though. 90 seconds off the clock now. And Missouri State still desperately needs something. I'm kind of looking to see what they can do on the offense. They don't have a shot on target yet. They had possession for the first 30 seconds, but not looking so good here.
Yeah, in Missouri State, they have this really interesting style of Rocket League where they like to build up that possession, then they start shooting those shots on net. I really think it's a fantastic way to play against LSU because it brings a lot of pressure to them and it slows them down, especially as you start to take away their boost. Oh, what? Slat with the solo blade?
You don't need boost if you're Slat. Let me look at this again. He had 40 in the tank. By the end of the play, he had nothing, and just a great 50-50 with Chandy.
And Paro was just sitting there staring.
What could he do, though?
Disrespect that, you're right.
He could have like dove at that ball, but he just would have secured the goal. I mean, there's not much you can do in that situation, but the fact remains, LSU now have a 2-goal lead with 2 minutes and 15 off the clock right about now. Reverb coming off the ceiling. They want more. They are just moving down the offensive side. What happened to Missouri State? We saw such solid play from MSU in game number 4, and now it's just kind of like, wait a second. No, T-Bates can have that one.
T-Bates can have that one, but like I think it's not what happened to Missouri State, but what happened to LSU is they're waking up and they're playing faster. They're not double committing a lot this game, which is super important. Because that's what gave Missouri State a whole lot of opportunities all throughout this series so far. And now that they're spreading out, they're getting key bumps like this on Paro. It's really starting to build up that offense.
It is in Missouri State all about offense and defense really in the last match. Haven't had it much of either so far this game. Louisiana State with all the advantages right about now, a 2-goal lead, very much favorable for them. We haven't seen more than 3 or 4 goals scored a game so far by either one team, but a great passing play. Reverb's right there, though. Meeting them every step of the way. Not to be fooled. But they're going to look for another one. Steph off the back wall. T-Bates has to force it to the side where Paro awaits over to Shandy. Great pass. No, it's off the mark. They miss it out. Huge miss there from Missouri State, and now it's moving down the other way. T-Bates couldn't get a hand on it, and they'll be thankful for that one. But this could be a 1-goal game right now.
It really could, and again, like the moral of the story is just accuracy, and we've seen this on both sides of the field. Open nets for both teams, but no one's able to land the shot.
70 seconds now. Things starting to look desperate for MSU, and they're going to be even more desperate with that free net for Slat. Reverb finds him in the midfield, and an easy play.
This is rough, Squid. They need a goal every 21 1/3 seconds, and that's going to be very tough. Yeah, I can do a little bit of caster math, Andrew.
Get your math out of here. Boy, we do not want... Yeah, look, I know you're about to get an electrical engineering degree, but look, all right, not all of us are so talented.
Hey, I can just be a caster and not even use the degree.
Holy cow. Good luck with that. Final minute of game. Final minute of gameplay now. LSU looking to secure it right here. They're still on the offensive half. Missouri State need to put something together desperately right about now. They're facing elimination with this one. Teammate's going to drop it to the midfield. Slat trying to force it through. No luck, but he bumps Steph out of the way. That's going to slow down the play drastically. Still gets it past T-Bates, though. Okay. One man to beat. Shandy, he can do it.
Bates gets beat by Shandy, and all of a sudden Missouri State has life.
Oh my goodness. T-Bates came so close to saving that one. But no cigar. 31 seconds. Missouri State need 2 desperately. I mean, desperately as desperate can get. But Reaver with a great beat right there. Well, he can't put the shot on target, though. A great clear. Steph finds Paro. He's moving downfield with that one. Beats out T-Bates. It'll fall to Shandy. 20 seconds on the clock now. Still a chance. A win from Reverb. He's going to try and push this one downfield, wasting as much time as possible. Over top of one as well. Steph is going to keep it out. But for how long? Flat off the back wall. T-Bates is going to... He's playing it slow. The final seconds are ticking off the clock. And now within this time frame, the game's over. LSU with some solid play here in Game 5. Honestly, they look like a different team.
Louisiana State University completely evolved kind of like a Pokemon throughout this entire series. I'm talking their first game, they were playing a little bit slow. Second stage, I want to say in the third game, they started to bring out a little bit of that life, but they lost it a little bit. But they got that rare candy after game 4. They were able to evolve into the Tigers and take this series in game 5.
Okay, George. All right. You know, whatever. I appreciate the analogy. Sure. But like, I half want to just like continue with the analysis, and I half just want to like roast you for using such a convoluted analogy to Pokemon. But
Pokemon is not convoluted. I'm pretty.
It's sure convoluted. All right. The analogy is convoluted. Okay, but LSU, I mean, they did do a good job of coming back in that one. But I have to highlight Missouri State's efforts because this is a team that has been around for so long. Playing without Donnie and Lotek was clearly a hit to their chemistry, I think is the word we're looking for there. And I don't know. It just feels like they didn't have a lot of time practicing with each other, and I feel like that's the #1 reason why they were ever at risk in the first place. But they managed to find their footing once again there in the latter half of the series, and they'll be moving on to the next round. Would have been a very early dropout for LSU, I'm not going to lie. A solid performance from MSU, but that's the way the cookie crumbles.
But hey, you know, LSU not playing with their full roster, got to give them a whole lot of props for coming out and really bringing their best. And we can see a lot of confusion on the play. Maybe this could be something in the future for LSU to take a look at and say, hey, sometimes we need to play with our secondary roster. What can we do? Maybe let's get some more times with our subs. And hey, who knows what can happen? But again, Missouri State University, fantastic job. I thought this was a fantastic game from them, really bringing it to LSU. It's a shame they had to start with LSU squid, but hey, sometimes that's just how it works out.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been like a semi-quarterfinal or maybe even a grand finals match.
Yeah, seriously.
But instead, they met in round 1, which is unfortunate. But, you know, again, as I mentioned earlier, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. But that's going to be it for this series, and I believe that's it for us tonight, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have an interview this evening, but I can promise... Actually, I don't think I can promise an interview for next time, but we'll try our best.
Try our darndest.
Peter's probably sweating right now. He's our broadcaster. He's doing a fantastic job pushing all the buttons. Did a great series tonight. Squid, thanks for joining me here, always on the Collegiate Star League Network. We have some great Rocket League playoffs. We're going to have more to come, I believe, on Wednesday. And if not, we'll have more on Monday, too.
But we are going to be, I believe we're heading off to Dota 2 pretty soon here on this channel. So if you're interested in those MOBAs, I know that I have no clue at all how to play MOBA. But if that tickles your fancy, then feel free to check us out there. It's going to be some awesome matches as always. But I think we're going to have to sign off for tonight. So, as he mentioned, as Meet and Greek, my wonderful co, mentioned, see us on Wednesday. We'll be back with more Rocket League action. But for us, it's going to be it. We'll see you later.